Hello everyone and welcome to or back to the 25 Days of Christmas Challenge on our channel. I am very aptly dressed because I've got this is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching shirt on, and we are going to be talking about Christmas entertainment. Almost everybody is probably going to be the jerk because I love Christmas music and I love Christmas movies. But I am going to keep an open mind. Let us see what's going on. Am I the jerk for not wanting to listen to Christmas music? Okay, so my girlfriend and I are arguing about whether or not she plays Christmas music. Some context. Call me a Grinch, but I don't love Christmas music. It gets stuck in my head, and I feel like I've heard all the songs a million times before, because you have, darling. My girlfriend loves it. She gets festive and enjoys playing it this time of year. That's nice. Well, okay, suspend judgment. Now, I'm not feeling festive, and I don't want to start listening now, or I will get burnt out on Christmas music early. I'm someone who wants to wait until after Thanksgiving to listen to that stuff. I mean, that's respectable. I start listening to Christmas the moment I think about songs like Christmas in July, and I'm like, ooh, Christmas! But not consistently until about like October-ish. She wants to play it on the Bluetooth speaker, but I said I didn't want to because I'm not in the mood. I said if she wants to listen to it, she should play it on some headphones and listen from her phone. She refused and said I could go to another room if I didn't like hearing it. No, we live in a one-bedroom apartment. The other room is just through a doorway. I would still be able to hear it. I said that's not fair because I'm in my own home and I shouldn't be forced to listen to music that I don't like. But she is legitimately upset and says I should just go to the other room and put on my headphones to drown out the noise. Now she isn't speaking to me. Am I the jerk? Also, in case it's somehow unclear, she and I live together. Someone is not respecting somebody else, and it's very valid for you to not want to hear Christmas music if it's super, super early. When I want to listen to Christmas music, I do, in the confines of my home, in the confines of my headphones. She's being selfish and irrational and childish. I think that what you're asking for is very valid. Top post says, not the jerk. I don't think what kind of music it is matters. If you don't want to listen to it, your partner should be respectful and wear headphones. Like, I hate metal, and it would piss me off if my significant other subjected me to that. Yeah. Next one, not the jerk, but LOL, I'm definitely your girlfriend in terms of Christmas music. Yeah, same. But I would never force others to listen to it with me. Same. How many songs does she want to play? And would you ever consider instrumental Christmas songs? Like Trans-Siberian, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is so good. Christmas! It was very kind of this person to give a recommendation, but if they don't want to go, if they don't want to have to deal with it, they don't have to deal with it. Am I the jerk for showing my nieces and nephew Polar Express? That movie is darling. I love it. Thoroughly, because I don't use Reddit much, this was my husband's idea. Good husband. I, female 29, babysat my nieces and nephew, male 4, female 6, and female 7, the day before Christmas Eve so that my brother and his wife could go to a nice dinner. Oh, that's very nice of you. They left around 6 p.m., so all I had to do was watch a movie with the kids and then put them to bed. I decided to watch Polar Express with them. All went very well. They were very excited about the movie, but I figured that it was just kids being excited. Fast forward to Christmas, I got a frantic call from my brother yelling at me for showing the kids the movie. I didn't know this, but apparently there is a set of train tracks that run behind their house. Oh, this is cute. About 200 yards back, and on Christmas Eve, my nieces had snuck out of bed and walked out to them to wait for the Polar Express. This is cute. It's dangerous, but it's cute. My brother put them to bed around 10 and found them at 6 a.m. unwrapping presents under the tree. He realized that they'd been outside because their boots and coats were strewn about in the hallway and their faces were pink from having been out in the cold. They don't know how long the kids were out there. The doctor estimated an hour and a half, and they took them to the ER because my younger niece's lips were blue and she was stumbling, where they found out that my younger niece had, thankfully, mild hypothermia. Oh, this was very cute and turned very sad. My brother is beyond angry at me. He says I'm irresponsible and an awful babysitter, and that I should have explained to them that the Polar Express isn't real. The girls could have gotten seriously injured or killed. You're absolutely right. So what is the issue with the safety in your home? Or why didn't you hear 3 children sneaking outside to go and see a train? And he completely blames me. He's refusing to bring the kids to my parents' house for Christmas, which really upset my parents. Yeah, that's uncalled for. He refuses to speak to me and says he's never going to let me see the kids again since I'm irresponsible and could have gotten them killed. I feel very awful about it, but at the same time, I really don't think it's my fault. They recently moved into this house, and I've never visited before Christmas Eve since I live in the city, and they're about 2 hours away. So I've never seen the house in daylight and had no idea that there were train tracks near it. It never occurred to me to say that the movie wasn't real. All the kids still believe in Santa, so I don't think that there was any harm in showing them a Christmas movie. I've gotten mixed reactions from people. My husband says it's not my fault. Again, good husband. And it's completely on them, as does my father and sister. But my brother and my mom think I'm the worst person in the world. I really feel awful, and I don't know what to do. Am I the jerk? No, you're not. This was not within your control, or, I mean, this is... No. I grew up in a house where I was taught that my Christmas presents came from Jesus. So I never got sucked into like this magical believing in North Pole, Christmas, Rudolph, elves, presents, nice list, naughty list stuff. You've got to have realistic conversations with their children. It's not your sister's problem. How is it your fault that these things happened and not on your watch? It's not like you spent the night overnight with them. There's no way that you could be held accountable for what happened. Eventually, this is going to be a hilarious story, but... Not the jerk. Blaming you is beyond ridiculous. It's a children's movie and tons of children, many whom live near train tracks, watch it every year. It's his job to supervise his own kids. Point blank, period. Not the jerk. My child is 6 and he has known since he was old enough to unlock doors that the only reason he is ever allowed to go outside while we are sleeping is if the house is on fire. Exactly. You tell them what the rules are. It's literally the first conversation we had when we moved into this new house over the summer even. When do you go outside without telling us? When the house is on fire. Where do you go? Neighbor Dave's house. When else do you go outside without telling us? Never. I'm sorry that the kids had to go to the ER, but this is pretty crappy parenting, and you aren't the parent. Next post, after a sip of ginger spice tea. Am I the jerk for not watching a movie with my in-laws? Oh. My husband's family say that I'm a stuck-up jerk, so I need some outside perspective. Absolutely, you will get that. Last Christmas, my 28-year-old female husband, 38-year-old male, and I and our 1-year-old son spent Christmas at my in-laws for the first time. Every year, they have a tradition where they get together and watch Christmas Story while eating Chinese takeout. That's cute. I should mention that I'm half Chinese. Oh. And my husband's family is white. If you've never seen the movie, it has an offensive depiction of Chinese people. Oh, so I thought it was cute, but it's not cute anymore. I retract my statement. Okay, mini story time. There was one time when Blockbuster was still a thing. My family got the movie The Christmas Story for us to watch. And I just remember we watched maybe the opening scenes of it and my family was not thrilled. I don't remember the movie at all, but because we weren't allowed to watch it, it was just something that became inconsequential as I grew up, and I've not gone back to watching A Christmas Story. On Christmas Eve, my mother-in-law brought up how excited she was to introduce the next generation to the tradition, and I asked what she meant. After she explained, I said, I'm sorry, I can't watch that and don't want my son to either, and I briefly explained why. She immediately got defensive and said it's a special thing they do and changed the subject. I have feelings, but let's keep reading. That evening, mother-in-law announced that the food was ready and the movie will start in 10 minutes. I quietly got some food for my son and me and went down to the basement to play. My husband checked in on us and asked if I would mind if he watched the movie with his family so his mom wouldn't be too upset. Halfway through, he felt bad and came down to join us. Good on him. On Christmas Day, it was pretty obvious that she was upset with me for not participating. We went home as planned the next day. A week later, my husband got a call from her complaining it was rude and inconsiderate of me to take my grandson down and protest the movie, and I quite frankly ruined the holiday for her. What? She said it wasn't fair to paint her family out to be ignorant. No one's painting you out to be anything, and I should know the difference between a movie and real racism. My husband apologized for the awkwardness, but he said he agreed. Okay, I was about to have a conniption if it said he agreed with his mom. He agreed with me and regretted not standing up for me at the time. Lesson learned moving forward, Mr. Man. He said he won't be participating in the movie night in the future. Yay! His sister and brother both agree with their mom and think I was rude and stuck up for not participating. So am I the jerk? My choice that night resulted in us having a very strained relationship with his family. No, they are insensitive jerks. They're the kind of people that will downplay, oh, well, I can't be racist because my daughter-in-law is Chinese. From what I understand, in white families, at least my age, growing up, you didn't really talk about racism and you didn't talk about things that did not affect you directly. So a lot of these families that are out and about now that are like millennials, we didn't have those discussions when we were younger if we were not of color. When I was younger, we absolutely had them because it was part of our daily life that our parents were preparing us for when we grew up. But living in this ignorant, like whitewashed world where everything is okay and nothing's racist unless you're lynching somebody. Like wow, I was unaware that racist things in movies aren't actually racist. They're just movie racist. I must be the ignorant one here, not the jerk. Okay, not the jerk. Racism is not okay as entertainment. I don't know the movie and just Googled it. The first hit was a new version where the racist scene had been taken out. Perhaps you can suggest this alternative. I think that's a good meeting ground, but at this point, this woman is not, she doesn't see what you see as a big deal. So she would probably not be willing to change the tradition to make you more comfortable. She wants what she wants, how she wants it, when she wants it. It's not about compromise at this point. This is war. Okay, maybe not war, but kudos for you being an excellent mother. Kudos for you realizing that stereotypes are something that you're uncomfortable with and not trying to please the crowd by doing what they want you to do. Kudos for setting a great example for your son. Kudos for your husband finally coming to his senses and realizing that his family was being insensitive and supporting you that day and moving forward. Everybody deserves respect. That was not respectful to you. You don't have to put up with a lack of respect, point blank, period. All right, I'm kind of worked up and I'm kind of upset with this behavior, but thankfully that's the end of the video because I can feel my blood pressure points ticking up. I am really enjoying going over these posts and sharing them with you all. Hopefully you're enjoying watching them. I'm gonna continue doing it whether you do or not. I will be back tomorrow with yet another video. So looking forward to seeing you then. Have a wonderful day. And as we say on our channel, with God, all things are possible. Have a wonderful day.